He said the most rewarding part of coaching has been...
Great stuff, D.A. Coach Casey definitely gets the best out of his guys. You can tell they love playing for him. Steve, we have a great matchup in the backcourt in this one. What are some of the toughest aspects of defending against guards who can light it up?
The toughest thing is, Kevin, when you have a guard that has it going from behind the line, and he's a guy that drives the basketball. So you're planning for the drive, but he is starting to light you up from behind the line. So you're really in no man's land. You get up on him, he's going around you, then he's knocking down the three. That's when you start yelling, "Help! Help!"
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Anunoby the 3 with Ibaka playing the 4. Lowry and DeRozan are the 1 and the 2. They create so much offense. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here is Ibaka.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew he would be open.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And here are the Raptors now. Ibaka right side. Raptors moving the ball around. DeRozan against Brown. Kept alive. Outside for Lowry. Back to Valanciunas. And stolen by Tatum. Toronto grabs the miss.
Fantastic rim protection. That's not in his wheelhouse to overcome.
Lowry for 3. Drills it from outside. Lowry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Irving with it. Lowry picks him up. Irving passes to Tatum. Out to Morris. Brown outside. Back to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Irving from long range. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Well, you talk about scores in the NBA. Kyrie Irving is right up there. With his ball handling and shot-making ability, he can dazzle you.
Now Brown, following the three-point attempt by DeRozan. Fast break Toronto. Pulls it from the elbow. Moves back up. Pass to Anunoby. Mar DeRozan on the wing. He dishes it to Ibaka. Back to DeRozan. Valanciunas against Horford. Dishes to DeRozan. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And how unique is this situation for the Celtics? I mean, one of the best teams in the league, and yet at the same time still drafting top picks. You know, the after effects of a trade with the Nets that quite honestly will go down as one of the league's all-time heists.
Celtics making a switch here. Haynes is checked in. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Raptors. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Out to DeRozan. 5 on the clock. Here's Lowry. Offensive rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul. And taken away by Brown.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
And as the Nets struggle to rebuild without their draft picks, Greg, their losses have been Boston's game.
Yeah, the rich get richer. I mean, meanwhile, the Celtics signed all-star caliber veterans like Al Horford and Gordon Hayward on the open market. And it's just rare for a team to have the best record in the conference and land the #1 overall pick.
If you let Serge get looks in there, he's going to shoot them for a very high percentage.
Irving drives in. Nice Steve from Valanciunas.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Horford.
And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting. That ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
He hits the second from the line. And DeMar DeRozan, always, Greg, among the league leaders in free throw attempts.
And when you look at him, 6'7", 220 pounds with tremendous athleticism, he has got all the tools. Beyond, though, that attack mentality, he's a savvy basketball player. Those little shot fakes, his footwork help this guy live at the line.
Clock is at 3. That doesn't go in either for Irving. The Raptors have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Lowry for 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
If Lowry gets his feet set under him on a catch and shoot like that, the odds are it'll go in.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
Well, DeMar DeRozan grew up in Compton, idolizing Kobe Bryant. He's patterned his game after him as an isolation scorer, able to hit tough shots with a hand in his face.
Boston making some changes. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Horford. Morris comes in for Aaron Baines, and it's Rozier in for Brown. Pirtle, he's checked in for the Raptors. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And DeRozan always looking to get into his defender. He's got the size, Steve, and the athleticism to finish over the top.
And he has worked a lot on his ball handling and footwork. The master at the mid-range game. He's a bucket getter. In isolation plays, he's comfortable creating his own offense.
Larkin, he's checked in for Irving. Here's Larkin. To the inside. Here's Monroe. Second shot opportunity. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Celtics have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
44 seconds left in the first quarter. Miles with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pirtle kicks to DeRozan. Raptors moving the ball around. It's stolen by Morris. Boston shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. That free throw, no good.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And Toronto making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in.
Yeah, Tatum plays with a lot of confidence. He feels like he can take on anyone, and already proving to be a great leader at his age.
Here's Van Vliet. Here's DeRozan. No good on that last second attempt there. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And Smitty, every NBA player who plays as long as you did has a moment where they realize Father Time has caught up with them. Was there a specific moment for you, for instance, when you realized that you had to retire, or you were being asked to retire?
Hey, Kevin, great question. It happened all in one sequence.
Oh, really?
I was playing the power forward position. Imagine that. I started in this league as a point guard. I go to the power forward position. I step out to hedge on Jamal Crawford. He throws it through my leg and keeps it and lays it up. I look over at Bernie Bickerstaff, and he nodded and said, "You know what, Smitty, it's time." I said, "Golly, coach, in the game, in the middle of the game." But that moment, I realized the game was passing me by with these young guys. And me and Jamal Crawford has talked about it. It was one of those moments when I didn't even react. I knew my reaction skills were gone.
That's an amazing story. So for Toronto right now, they've got Pirtle. C.J. Miles is out there with Richardson. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1 spot. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Brown.
Timeout.
Irving's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics. And the Raptors call time here. And after the Raptors were swept in the 2017 conference semifinals, you guys get the sense that Coach Dwayne Casey's on the hot seat?
You know, I don't think so. I think Casey already survived a changing of the guard in the front office. He doesn't feel the pressure to keep his job, just the pressure to do his job, putting his players in the best position to compete.
Yabusele, he's checked in for Boston. Raptors trail by 3. Outside DeRozan. It's stolen by Brown. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. And they pick up 2. Tatum's got 4 points in the quarter.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And in today's game, we're really so used to thinking of passing as the key to an efficient offense. But this Raptors club, they do it a different way. For them, the screen is the assist, giving their guards space to pull up or attack the rim.
And the Raptors for the last few seasons, Greg, right at the bottom of the league in assists.
Yeah, but nevertheless, they do make good decisions. They're a low turnover team, and they've been pretty efficient offensively. One area where you can offset that is by their ability to get to the free throw line, because that puts a lot of pressure on your defense with their ability to attack.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Lowry's got 8.
That whole sequence is what Kyle Lowry is all about. Gets the steal on one end and finishes on the other.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Brown kicks to Tatum. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. Buries the long-range jumper. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's DeRozan.
Wow, you knew that DeRozan has that in him. Didn't think he'd pull it off in a game, though.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
You know, the Raptors' playoff letdowns have left fans wondering, can they really contend for a title? Their offense has vanished. You think of Game 3 versus the Bucks. 30 points in the first half, the lowest scoring mark in franchise history.
And the Raptors, one of the top teams in the East, but it's all about translating that strength to the playoffs, Steve, isn't it?
It is. The front office, they have hinted they need a culture reset, and that was something they wanted to do. They're not content with just winning 50 games and getting swept in the second round.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Marcus Morris comes in for Tatum. And it's Rozier in for Irving. And then for Toronto, Jonas Valanciunas comes in for Jakob Poeltl. And Serge Ibaka subbed in for Pascal Siakam. Here's Rozier, now recovering, and it's Rozier missing.
Well, this is why you see guys shying away from their mid-range jumper. It's a bit of a lost art.
And it's sent back by Morris.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
And DeRozan kicks to Love. Offensive rebound. And again, DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan's got 7 points in the game.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling.
Here's Rozier. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Celtics lead by 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And DeRozan kicks to Love. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Rozier. The feed to Horford. Puts it up. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And Al Horford just so versatile. You know, that extends to the defensive end as well. Very mobile, can move his feet with smaller players, and at the same time gives you a presence on the interior.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Tatum, he's checked in for Yabusele. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Rozier. And Toronto also making a switch. Van Vliet's checked in. Screen by Valanciunas. Puts up a 3. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Anunoby. And Horford won't wow you with his athleticism. But Greg, he's still a pretty good shot blocker.
He has great timing, anticipation, and awareness. And don't forget also, he's got terrific hands, and you see that with all the steals he racks up.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Brown against DeRozan. Van Vliet passes to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Brown. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Richardson, he's checked in for the Raptors. Here's Irving. And the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now, here's Richardson. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first half. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Back to Richardson. Just 5 on the clock. Can't cash in from close range. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Celtics lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far? And that will conclude our halftime presentation.
Never a shortage of motion on Soldiers Field Road as we welcome you back to historic Boston. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
You know I have to give me some more racks. You know I have to put it on the map. Send me the address and I just...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
And the Celtics trade for Kyrie Irving, sending shockwaves back in August. Never before had a pair of 25-point-per-game scorers swap teams in the offseason. That's what you call a blockbuster.
Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. And it's Tatum in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Anunoby sinks the three-pointer. Anunoby's got 6.
And no doubt Irving and IT, both elite offensive weapons. But Irving, 6 inches taller, perhaps more defensive upside, and 3 years younger. The Celtics feel he fits their timeline.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. Here's DeRozan. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Well, Smitty, we're in an era where there are just a handful of absolutely unreal scorers in the league. But if you had to pick one who makes it look the easiest or the best, who's your pick?
You're right. You have so many guys, Harden, Durant, Westbrook. But the one guy I think it makes it look the easiest, I would probably have to say Klay Thompson, because he doesn't need anything but to catch and shoot. And he's getting not just 20s and 30s, but he can go off for 60, 50s and 60s. That's the guy that makes it look the easiest.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Moving against Lowry. Outside Irving. Out to Morris. The tray. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
Nice recognition by Kyrie. Caught the defense napping and found the open teammate.
Lowry dishes to Pirtle. Here's Rozier. DeRozan defending, and the basket by Rozier. Now it's a 4-point Celtic lead. Toronto working the ball around now. Left side Lowry. Jacks up a 3, and again Toronto with the triple.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Irving passes to Nader. Back to Irving. 3-pointer. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Lowry. Here's DeRozan. Again, Toronto.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
Irving kicks to Baines. Shoots over Pirtle. They get it back. It's stolen by DeRozan. Fires the 3. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
And the wide open shot from Miles. And again, Toronto with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The shot's good from Irving.
One of the best small men in the league at attacking inside, Kyrie Irving.
Toronto calls timeout. And Kyrie Irving keeps that ball on a string, but Coach has asked him to be quicker on the attack, Steve, not over-dribbling to set up his man.
Yeah, this league is moving away from one-on-one scoring and isolation plays. For the great scorers, it's often a temptation to take your time to pick your defender apart. The problem is it allows weak side defenders a chance to get set.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Pirtle. Ibaka comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Richardson in for DeMar DeRozan. Kicks it to Richardson. In the corner, Miles with it. The dish to Ibaka. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Nailed from three-point land.
and they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Takes the 3, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Here's Larkin, while recovering. Here's Morris. Misses the layup.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown.
Raptors leading by 11. There's 49 seconds left to play in the third. Richardson dishes to Valanciunas. Over Tatum, and again it's Toronto converting.
Valanciunas has made so many strides as a scorer since he started in the NBA.
Lowry against Irving. Passes it to Ojale. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Now Richardson. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And taken away by Brown. Will it go? And the layup good by Tatum.
And the skills of Brown. Not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Outside Lowry. Over Irving. And another basket for Toronto.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
I like that they're trying to maximize the value of each possession, and you know their coach likes it.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors, 13 points up at the end of the period. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back to the action after this word. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
We got to keep the ball moving. Keep drawing and kicking, all right?
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. So the Raptors 5 right now. Ibaka is the 4, and Valanciunas in the middle. Richardson is out there with Lowry, and it's Miles in at the small forward. Irving passes to Horford. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Horford's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Boston.
Just a pro read by Kyrie Irving. Unselfish basketball.
Richardson kicks to Ibaka. Goes up at the stripe. Again, Toronto.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
Celtics trail by 12. And here's Irving. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
I mean, unstoppable. No matter what your defensive game plan is, Kyrie has a way to beat it.
Richardson, no luck.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
The tray, and Irving with the basket on the assist by Brown.
Timeout.
Irving's got it back down to single digits for the Celtics. And the Raptors call time here. And the Raptors very disruptive defensively. One of the best teams in the league, Steve, when it comes to steals and deflections and points off turnover.
Yeah, they are very aggressive on-ball defensive team. You like the tenacity, but they have to control the fouls. Those have been a major hindrance on defense.
The Celtics making a switch here. Larkin's checked in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Dwayne Casey talk to his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Here's Ibaka, an easy 2 points on the layup. And the Raptors lead by 9.
Man, both teams scoring at a higher rate here down the stretch.
You know what? It's all about the offense. Decisive and prolific. Fun duel to watch.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Raptors leading by 11. Outside DeRozan. The pass to Van Vliet. Back to DeRozan. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by the Celtics. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards. And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Pass to Van Vliet. Feeds to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Celtics trail by 11. Right side Irving. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Yeah, Tatum does not give up on the backboard. Outstanding timing in terms of when to leap for those offensive rebounds.
Jaylen Brown check in for Larkin. Now a timeout called by Boston.
You can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He is really fed off that. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Toronto. To the left side wing. 1:49 left to play in the final quarter. Ibaka with a screen on Brown. And again, Toronto no up.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Rozier kicks to Horford. Got it. Good job in the low post.
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Toronto leading by 7. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Screen by Ibaka. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And that time, the defender a little out of control. Serge Ibaka wily enough to draw the foul.
Gets the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
Oh, from the Republic of Congo, Serge Ibaka, Dikembe Mutombo, and Bismack Biyombo. A lot of big man talent.
Horford dishes to Baines. The Celtics working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. He hits Brown with the drive, and good that time.
And you got to respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And the Raptors lead by 9.
Whether it's scoring, passing, or just acting as a decoy, his value to this team cannot be understated.
Here's Ojale. Pass to Rozier. And it's Lowry with the rebound. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. DeRozan with it. Picked up by Brown. DeRozan passes to Valanciunas. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Love the aggression that Valanciunas showed there. He welcomed the contact inside to get to the line.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He's able to hit the second one, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
And that should be enough to get the job done, even though he didn't get all of them.
Irving can't hit.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
From deep, and the miss. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.